We'll now call to order the May 11th, 2026 City of Abilene, Kansas City Commission meeting. Shayla, may we please have a roll call?
Mayor Ryan.
Here.
Commissioner Taylor.
Here.
Commissioner Koloff.
Here.
Commissioner Lytle.
Yes.
Commissioner Weisenberg.
Here.
Roll call's complete.
Okay, if we could please stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which is one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, our next item is approval of today's agenda, and I would make a motion to approve the agenda with the addition of 9D, a letter of support for Flint Hills Holdings Group LIHTC application.
A second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Do we have any commission discussion? Seeing none, we'll move to roll call vote. Vice Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Commissioner Koloff. Commissioner Lytle.
Yes.
Commissioner Meisenberg.
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. Our next item is the consent agenda, which consists of the meeting minutes for the April 27th, 2026 regular meeting, April 24th, 2026 special meeting, April 27th, 2026 special meeting, May 4th, 2026 special meeting, appropriation ordinance A-051126-26, and AP payment register.
I'll make a motion to approve as written.
A second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Do we have any commission discussion? Seeing none, we'll move to roll call vote. Commissioner Koloff. Commissioner Lytle.
Yes.
Commissioner Meisenberg.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. Our next item under 6 public comments communications is a public forum. If there's anyone that would like to address the commission on an item not on our current agenda, they may do so at this time. Do we have anyone that would like to address? Okay. If you could please state your name, address, 3-minute time limit.
Okay, I'm Jenny Hyatt, 907 North Olive. Sister City had 5 members, along with a Friends of Sister City member and an additional 5 family members who traveled to Japan to celebrate Omitama's 20th anniversary on March 9th, 2026. At the celebration, Vice Chair Jerry Rankin presented them with a beautiful original painting by artist Katrina Barclay from the city of Abilene. Mayor Ryan and commissioners, I, as the chair of the Sister City Board, would like to present to you this stunning clock that they gave to the city of Abilene. The clock is adorned with beautiful cherry blossom trees, which have a deep cultural significance, especially in Japan. There were the 5 members that went along with their families. There was Jerry and Diana Rankin and son Brendan and granddaughter Vera, Kevin and Heather Unruh, Kim and Tim Schaefer, Karina Ryland, Crystal and Natalie Hall. And there are, Crystal and her family are here. It's really pretty.
Thank you. Do you guys want to come up for a picture? You good? I know.
It's really pretty. Second of all, I would like to introduce Harmon Geisinger, who's a sophomore at Abilene High School. His mother, Samantha, is also on our Sister City Board. He applied and was selected to be one of 50 students globally to attend the Sister City International Youth Leadership Summit this June, and he's going to tell you a little bit about that.
Thank you. Harmon, if you want to state your name and address for us.
All right, my name is Harmon Geisinger. I live at 1416 Northwest Second Street. And as she said, I was selected to be a representative of Kansas at the Youth Leadership Summit for Sister Cities International. And it's a 6-day summit in Washington, D.C., spanning from June 21st to the 27th. And some of the things it entails is cultural events, like discussing those, and diplomacy simulations, training seminars. So that's training how to be a leader and all that. And then experience university life at American University, which is also in Washington, D.C. But yeah, that's kind of my trip.
Yeah, congratulations.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your selection.
Thank you. Any questions?
Any questions for Harmon? I hope you have fun.
All right.
Learn a lot, soak it all in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The sisters, not only was he selected, but the sister city is sponsoring him to go. So we have helped him with funding in order to do that. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have anyone else that would like to address the commission on an item not on our current agenda? Okay. Seeing none, we'll move to item 6B, National Treatment Court Month Proclamation. National Treatment Court Month, May 2026. Whereas according to All Rise, treatment courts are the most successful justice system intervention in our nation's history for reducing crime by addressing substance use and mental health disorders. And whereas treatment courts save an average of more than $6,000 for every individual they serve. And whereas treatment courts provide a range of economic benefits to a community, such as reduced costs in court and prison expenditures, increased tax revenues, lowered foster care expenses, and decreased costs related to victimization. And whereas treatment courts combine accountability with evidence-based treatment, and whereas treatment courts annually refer more than 150,000 people to life-saving treatment and recovery support services, and whereas, according to All Rise, treatment courts significantly improve substance use and mental health disorder treatment outcomes and prevent fatal overdoses, and whereas treatment courts facilitate community-wide partnerships bringing together public safety and public health, and whereas there are now more than 4,000 treatment courts nationwide, and whereas treatment courts demonstrate that when one person rises, we all rise. Therefore, be it resolved that the Abilene City Commission declares that Treatment Court Month be established during the month of May. In testimony, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the Great Seal of the City of Abilene, Kansas to be affixed on the 11th day of May, 2026. And do we have anyone that like a picture of this one? Okay.
I was gonna say, you should stand in front so you can see the dog.
All right, and our next item is 6C, American Legion and Auxiliary Poppy Day Proclamation. Whereas the poppy is the memorial flower for America's war dead that began as a tradition in the years following World War I, and whereas the American Legion Auxiliary adopted the poppy in the 1920s as its memorial flower with which they pay tribute not to just America's war dead, but to also aid living veterans and their families and to their surviving families and orphans. And whereas the donations they receive are used for their children and youth programs, the Legion's Veterans Affairs programs, and for the care and rehabilitation of disabled veterans and Veterans Administration hospitals, clinics, and soldiers' homes throughout Kansas and across America. Now therefore, I, Brandon Ryan, Mayor of the City of Abilene, Kansas, do hereby proclaim May 23rd, 2026 as the American Legion and Auxiliary Poppy Day in Abilene, and encourage all of our citizens to support this worthy cause with a donation wherever they see American Legion or auxiliary members with their poppies. And and further, I urge all citizens to wear a poppy on Memorial Day, May 25th, as mute evidence of your gratitude for the women and men of this country who risk life and limb in defense of the freedoms which all of us as American citizens are able to enjoy each and every day. And in conclusion, we must all realize that when America conducts operations of armed conflict elsewhere in the world, the possibility of acts of terrorism are greatly reduced here at home. Thank you. And would you all like to take a picture as well? Okay.
You might go down there. He's gonna come down front. He's gonna come down here.
That was me, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah. No, it's okay.
Oh, we're definitely, walking right in. I am recusing myself from 7A by necessity, and then on 9D, since that was that, I know on short notice. I didn't want to dispose of I have the listing agent for what I believe is that property, but having seen none of the data, I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna recuse myself from that under the abundance of caution.
Okay, appreciate that. Okay, now we're at 7. Hit that down. Next item is 7, under heading 7, executive session is 7A. And I would entertain a motion. Aaron, do you have a preference on time?
Looking to Mr. Quinde, I would expect 10 minutes would be a good place to start.
So probably 15.
You know me too well. Yes.
Okay. I move the city commission recess into executive session for 15 minutes to discuss with legal counsel the pending Cole Hoff v. City of Abilene lawsuit based upon the need for consultation with an attorney for the public body, which will be deemed privileged in the attorney-client relationship pursuant to KSA 75-4319B2.
Do you want to include the interim city manager?
I think that would be appropriate.
And to include the interim city manager, John Quinde.
I'll second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Do we have any commission discussion? Seeing none, would a roll call vote? Commissioner Lytle,
Yes.
Commissioner Meisenberg,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Cole.
Yeah, I think that's a.
Historic. That's historic.
We'll now resume our regular meeting from executive session. No action was taken. Then our second executive session, 7B.
How long are we gonna assume we need on this one?
Yeah, I don't- Aaron, do you have any input?
I am deferential
Okay.
to you all on this one.
Start with 15. I move the city commission recess into executive session for 15 minutes to discuss matters relating to the hiring of city manager candidate pursuant to KSA 75-4319B1, based upon the need to discuss personnel matters of non-elected personnel. The open meeting will resume in this room at 7:46 or 4:46. That's the second time I've done that.
I hope that's a beach snack though.
I'll second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Do we have any commission discussion? Seeing none, we do a roll call vote. Commissioner Meisenberg,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Kolhoff, Commissioner Lytle,
Yes.
myself, yes, motion carries. We're in executive session. We'll now resume our regular meeting from executive session. And then move into 7C, potential public discussion and or action. Just kind of a quick statement after city commission deliberation. We have made the decision not to proceed with any of the candidates in our current search with the League of Kansas Municipalities.
I want to go on the public record on this matter. The city of Abilene conducted a hiring process for city. Is that better? Thank you. I want to address the public record on this matter. The city of Abilene conducted a hiring process for city manager that involved not just this commission, but a broad committee of community leaders, including the school superintendent, the economic development director, the county finance officer, the community foundation director, and many local business owners. That committee did serious work. They evaluated candidates, selected a finalist, and moved towards a contract. It's my belief that the city commission represented to that candidate, the only remaining step was a public vote. That representation was apparently made in good faith, and he accepted in good faith, and the city's word was given. That finalist brought 16 years of experience as a city manager of a town of 60,000 people, roughly 10 times the size of Abilene. He is highly qualified by any standard. I have heard the objections, and I do not find them grounded in merit. Feedback from a small number of individuals in a social network is not a community mandate. A gut feeling does not meet the standard owed to a candidate, to the committee invested in this process, or the people of Abilene. And after the fact concern about education credentials, raised only after the contract was negotiated, is not a legitimate disqualifier, particularly when the candidate brings this depth of experience. I just want to publicly say that I think the city of Abilene owes more to our candidate and more to our citizens, and I'm very disappointed.
Thank you. Our next item under 8, unfinished business, is 8A, consider approval of bids for the 2026 local street project number 26-2-LSP street resurfacing. Public Works Director Anderson.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Commissioners. Brad Anderson, Public Works Director. This was a second phase of my local street project for this coming year. It was for microsurfacing specifically, a more aggressive type of a sealant. We did similar last year. The project was put out to bid and received 2 bids for this specific type of work. Vance Brothers, who did the project last year for the amount, their bid was $213,550.90, roughly $4.30 a square yard. And the second bid was from Pavement Management for $231,239.80, roughly $4.45 a square yard. This price did raise a little bit from last year's pricing at, I believe, $405 a square yard. But as I've seen so far with our asphalt patching, anything with an oil product in it seems to be going up in price. I did list out the streets. I put it out to bid as please give us a price for of the overall project or the selected streets, because as I've been telling you for the last couple of years that I've been in charge of this, that I was going to try and stay around the an in-house limit of around $400,000 a year. We roughly bring in around $440,000 to $460,000 a year. So the plan is never to expend that. But something did come to light a little bit with the way that the prices came in. As I listed, this is the first time that everybody really got to see all the street projects. One, I didn't want to put them out, say I'm going to select something and choose it and have it done, and then not do it if I selected against it for no reason other than just a cost factor. Because the Cedar Street project was a little over the $200,000 range for the mill and overlay, and this one, I guess I'd like to potentially ask you if you'd be in favor of me extending my internal set limit to go ahead and do all the streets listed for the value they are, simply because I see the price of this type of work in the future continuing to go up in price. We do have the money available out of the street sales tax fund to pay for the project. So I guess I'm asking for the options for Vance Brothers to be selected for the project because of the price. I think we're familiar with what they do, and I was really happy with what they did last year. So if you have any questions for me, you can let me know.
That was my only question, was your experience with Vance Brothers, and I read through their contract and it was a little bit more detailed, and I mean, they actually had one there. So I was just kind of
Yep.
wanting to confirm that we have a good working relationship with them.
Previously, I had good working relations with them. They do a lot of state open highways. Recently, they've done a whole bunch of Dickinson County roads. If you've been around any parts of Dickinson County, they were actually based out of and they traditionally do a lot of streets in Salina also, and this would be our second year working with them.
And what was that you brought up about asking for a little bit more to do, was it to do this whole list
Yeah,
and the Cedar Street project?
Yeah, so I'm not asking for any more money. I have an internal budget line that out of the 440 to 460 that we generally take in off of revenue from the street sales tax, I personally had set a 400,000 or therein limit. That way, with the plans of in the future, I can take that stockpiled a little bit and do a bigger project if that's what you want to call it. But with the price of the things they are, I'm going to be a little bit over by combining the two projects.
Okay.
Still within the limit of what our
Gotcha.
income is. And we actually took in a little bit more than expected last year.
Okay, yeah, that was what I was wanting to clarify, just make sure I was understanding that right.
Yep.
And just so I'm clear, you are just asking for the 213,550
Yep.
today? Okay.
Yep. You've already approved 2 meetings ago, Cedar Street project that I'm off the top. I can't remember if it was 211, something like that. But this would take care of all the listed streets for this calendar year.
I'll make the motion to approve the bid from Vance Brothers in the amount of $213,550.90 for local street project 26-2 LSP.
I'll second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Do we have any commission discussion? Seeing none, we'll do roll call vote. Vice Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Commissioner Koloff.
Aye.
Commissioner Lytle.
Yes.
Commissioner Meisenberg.
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. Our next item is 8B, review and discussion of bid KDOT C-CLIP project number 021U-2504-01 Buckeye K-15 overlay, Public Works Director Anderson.
Commissioners, this is for the C-CLIP project that was awarded in 2023 under a combined project for what's known as C-CLIP 1 and C-CLIP 2. C-CLIP 1 being the north section in the downtown area from Northwest 2nd at the UP Railroad tracks to 5th Street, and C-CLIP 2 from the south city limits to approximately southeast 6th Street down by the Liberty fuel station area. So this is just a discussion here today to tell you all the information that we've gathered so far. The project was open to bids and produced. Bids were open on April 30th. APAC Shears put in a bid for the amount of $1,377,720.30. KDOT has reviewed the bid results and issued the authority to award the project. And I think City Manager Quinde gave you guys a certificate from KDOT on that they've approved the project. So do you have any questions about the bid process or anything like that, or where we're at this point?
Have they got a let date scheduled yet for this?
The project will be awarded and let once an agreement is officially set upon city authority to basically signing off on it. Scope of the project does not change in the timeline. They're still planning on having the project ready to go by the end of the year. with a majority of the project taking place through the summer timeframe and through the fall.
Now that the KDOT has issued the authority to award, APAC will get their contract packet, their bond documents, their insurance, all of that together for us to bring to you for consideration. The agreement as far as the form, I sent to the city attorney for review, but it's a standard KDOT construction agreement
Okay,
So-
so that's when it'll be presented back to us after
on the 26th. Yes.
attorney review. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Thank you.
You expect that for the next meeting?
APAC said that they should have that all ready. So the only thing that different that you'll see is the actual contract, construction contract.
Any further?
Can add also that we've talked internally that once the commission, or assuming the commission approves the construction contract with APAC, we'll have a pre-construction meeting. And we'll work with APAC and Brad and the engineers. And my idea is to take a representative from APAC and Brad, or an engineer and Brad, and meet with every business affected to talk about how we're going to work around the sidewalks, not to interfere with their business. So they can hear directly from the contractor and city staff.
Further questions or discussion on that item? Okay. Seeing none, move to 9A, consider approval of resolution 051126-1, a resolution concerning license, permit, and other user-related fees of the city of Abilene, Kansas. City Clerk Moore.
Mayor and Commissioners, this is a resolution approving the updated fee schedule, and the only change is increasing the hangar rental to $173. That's as discussed at the last meeting.
Any questions on that?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Do we have any commission discussion? Seeing none, we'll move to roll call vote. Commissioner Kolhoff.
Aye.
Commissioner Lytle.
Yes.
Commissioner Meisenberg.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. Our next item is 9B, review and discussion of a memorandum of understanding with Dickinson County for fuel system use. Chief Strunk.
Yeah, this is a result of ongoing efforts to look for ways to make things more efficient and cost effective. Some of the city equipment, we're already grabbing fuel down at the county yard. We're just gonna, if this gets approved, update the MOU. We've had one, I believe, from like 2013 that was signed then. It's just gonna get updated and we'll start taking more vehicles down there. Basically, I believe everything except for some of the real small equipment and stuff that doesn't travel down the road. Again, it'll be a cost savings and then better accountability to system that you got to have a key card and use a PIN for the employee and whatnot. So any questions that I could answer on that?
What equipment, I guess, are you anticipating will be filled there?
That will be?
Yeah.
Basically everything, PD cars, every fire apparatus, basically every street legal vehicle. I think a few of the things we talked about, it's like a tracked excavator and stuff like that. That doesn't make sense.
Do you have any sort of estimate or thought on what cost savings it could lead to?
Again, fuel price fluctuates. It depends on when it's purchased, but me keeping it, because I get fuel in our rescue truck, but we keep our other apparatus down here, and just looking at monthly invoicing, it's about 10 to 20 cents is what I've been noticing. So again, that's depending on when it's filled, but they're buying a lot bigger bulk. And other like township road graders and stuff, they're taking advantage of it too, because they can save money as well. So, and they're treating it too for this newer high emissions vehicles. You put treatment in the diesel fuel that'll help maintain the jet injectors and stuff, and they're adding all that before we get it. So
Any further questions for Chief Strunk?
You know,
Nope.
approve that
Um,
next week or next meeting. Is that the plan?
If the commission wants to, think about it for 2 weeks, if you're comfortable with it, let me know.
I'm comfortable with approving
I
it
am as
today.
well.
I am too.
So just make a motion. I'll make a motion to approve 9B. The updating of the MOA for the fuel system use with in conjunction with Dickinson County.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Do we have any commission discussion? Seeing none, would you roll call vote? Commissioner Lytle,
Yes.
Commissioner Meisenberg,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Taylor,
Yeah.
Commissioner Kolhoff.
Aye.
Myself, yes, motion carries. Our next item is 9C, consider approval of the purchase and installation of a flow meter at the water treatment plant for a total cost of $25,733. Public Works Director Anderson.
Once again, commissioners, we kind of tried to keep you updated over the last year of when we had our last KDHE inspection at the water treatment plant. So they mandated that because of the effluent limits and monitoring requirements to install a flow meter in place by August of 26th so that we can start collecting data and in compliance by the fourth quarter of this year. So we put out bids with the help of Olson Engineering, since it is a KDHE mandated project. We had no choice but to have it engineered. 3 parts of the phase of the bidding took place for the electrical, the SCADA, and the flow meter actual purchase. So we're recommending that the 3 separate entities be approved today. If you have questions, you can let me know, but it's pretty straightforward. The electrical part was Linder Electric for the amount of $10,620. The SCADA networking was Utility HelpNet for the amount of $5,830. And the flow meter, the actual equipment being purchased that does the reading, $9,283. Any questions?
So I want to make sure I'm understanding this correctly. You're asking us to approve the electrical from Linder, the SCADA from Utility HelpNet, and then the flow meter from Axiom.
Yes, correct. So each one of them will bill individually for their portion of the project.
And we're measuring essentially cleaned water that we're putting back into the river. Is that correct?
Yeah, what they're doing is they're making sure that and I think it tried to explain that on the what KDHE manages. I think it can mandate numbers to make sure that what we're putting back is sufficient.
Looking at phosphorus is what they're looking at for 2028 reporting requirements, and that flow meter, based on the water test that we currently do, they'll be able to calculate the pounds that are discharged to make sure we stay within EPA limits.
Is there any support from KDHE for any of that or any possibility of that?
For the money,
Yeah.
I'm guessing not, because we've been working with them through this whole process from the time it started with getting information of truly what is needed, and then getting the engineer part that KDHE had to approve. So yeah, I'm not aware of any money that they've offered in this.
I guess if we held off for 2 weeks, would you be willing to ask them and see if there are any? I don't know if there's been any discussions regarding that at all, so.
This, there's not a pool of money out there for this. What this is part of your NPDES permit. That's the National Pollutant Discharge Environmental something that is issued by the EPA through KDHE. This is actually an EPA requirement just passed down. So it's not KDHE saying, hey, we want you to do this to help us monitor it. Our permit is from the EPA for discharging, but it's managed by a KDHE. So they're just passing on, you've got to do this because the EPA says. So short answer is no, there's not a pool of money to comply with those.
I just did a quick Google here. I think this is maybe an older previous year, but there's a small town water and sewer infrastructure assistance grant. I don't know. I guess
if there's not an urgency, I would be interested just to reach out and see if there is any support from them for their unfunded mandates.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can reach out. It's all, I don't think that we're gonna have a problem meeting our deadline because I think everybody's on board to get it in place by August, but we are starting to run a little shorter, so. Well, that would be the thing if. Yeah. But yeah, if you all wish, I can check into that and report back.
Yeah, but it won't necessarily hinder the timeline. Can't hurt.
Okay.
All right, our next item is 9D, consider letter of support for Flint Hills Holdings Group LIHTC application. And we have Natalie Murato with Dickinson County Economic Development Corp.
Good afternoon, commissioners. Could I give this letter out first? Yeah. I drafted a letter on your behalf. That's the timeline is punched here.
Thank you.
We did have. Late April, I received a call from Tony Kirschnick with Flint Hills Holding indicating that he had an offer on the Sunflower Hotel contingent upon receiving tax credits. He asked me to tour a couple of his other projects in Lawrence that were completed and attend a ribbon cutting, which I did on Friday, May 1st. They were amazing and beautiful. He's done some great work. He also has some projects going on in Salina. His grant application is due this Thursday. He decided to show up today impromptu. And so we met with John and Carrie. We also met with the Eisenhower Foundation and we toured the building. So he would like it if the city could offer a letter of support. He plans the total project cost in his pro forma is about $20 million, with 12 million of that directly in construction upgrades. And it will be a mix of market rate and affordable units. That's the same model that he has in Lawrence. And I had kind of asked him how that worked. He said it works well. I mean, he has a fitness center in there and co-working space. It's pretty amazing what he's done and put together. So I think that this will improve the look of our downtown and give us some momentum in downtown revitalization as well.
I'm trying to be rude. I'm just trying to finish reading real
Nope,
quick.
nope, go ahead.
I think it sounds good.
Thank you.
So the sale is conditioned upon him getting
Yes,
approval through for the tax credits?
yes, it is.
Okay. And it says 100 at-risk adults and children today stay there today. Is that correct?
Yes, we found that out today when we toured the building. The building manager made that information available to us.
Okay. And he plans on keeping those?
He hopes to, yes.
Okay.
He is planning 42 units total.
42 units total
Mhm.
based on income? or total?
It'll be a
Oh.
mix of mainly income-based and then some market units as well.
Okay, so
Market
42
unit.
total.
Total
and
unit,
then
yes.
some of those being
Mhm.
income-based.
But currently, the seventh and eighth floor have several unoccupied units due to needed repairs
Okay.
and things. So
Okay.
And so currently there are 40 total units.
I'm sorry, I could not,
Okay.
I toured it for the first time. Like I said, this has been a whirlwind for me as well.
Yeah, it's a busy
He
day.
proposed 42 units is what he's
42.
proposing. yeah.
I think there, off the top of my head here, I think there's 50, but some of those have been converted into bigger units. I think some of them were converted to smaller units.
Okay.
But I think there were 50. I think like the ballroom, for example, was at one point the owner's headquarters
Mhm.
for the previous owner. So
And he's taking one of those units on the seventh or eighth floor to make a laundry because currently there's only one laundry in the basement. And he wants to, part of this is also with historic tax credits, so he'll refurbish the main lobby into when Eisenhower is there. We met with the Eisenhower Foundation. They were really excited about that. And that's what he's done at these other buildings. He's really made them, brought back their historic character and charm, as well as provided a great home for many residents.
We have any other questions, comments, concerns?
I think it's a great idea.
I think it's
I'm
amazing.
excited for the investment, the potential investment.
Mhm. Not easy to find someone who wants to invest that much money in a building that big.
That I would make a motion to approve a letter of support for Flint Hills Holdings Group LIHTC application.
I'll second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Do we have any commission discussion?
I'll just state again that I'm recusing myself out of an abundance of caution.
Move to roll call vote. Commissioner Meisenberg,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Kohlhoff recuses himself, Commissioner Lytle,
Yes.
myself, yes, motion carries. Thank you, Natalie.
Yeah, I'll send it the other letter. Thank you.
Interim City Manager Quinde, and we had the study session on there. Have you received any additional information that causes that to be a fruitful meeting or?
Will delay on the drainage changes. We expect that by the end of the month.
Okay. Hopefully,
For the
or
total cost.
hopefully early June, we can. Yeah. Yep. Just want to make sure nothing had come in the meantime, so. Okay. Nothing further. I'd consider a motion to adjourn.
Without that.
Correct.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
A second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Do we have any commission discussion? Seeing none, would a roll call vote? Vice Mayor Taylor,
Yes.
Commissioner Kohlhoff.
Aye.
Commissioner Lytle,
Yes.
Commissioner Meisenberg,
Yes.
myself, yes, motion carries. We are adjourned.